Hello everyone, welcome to a new series of Paint with Nate here on Rage Against the Dice, and today I'm going to be bringing you my painting guide on Rosalee, who's the latest mouse miniature from Oathsworn Miniatures for their Burrows and Badgers game. Now, some of you may know I've got a Burrows and Badgers warband that is all mice. So when this one came out, I had to get her. So, for starters, what I've done is glued her onto a base, obviously, because in the game you use 30mm bases. Then, because she comes with like an integrated metal base, I've green stuffed around there, filled it all in, and then sanded over the top, so it's all integrated. I've then used an Army Painter spray primer. It's the fur brown one, which seemed appropriate. Now, might seem lazy, but I find that using the fur brown base also warms up the rest of the colors a bit. And the rest of the warband was done like that. So this one has been. Also, that's handled my base coat for the fur. So first step I'm going to use on the fur is I'm going to give it a nice sepia wash. So I'm using Seraphim Sepia by Citadel, and I'm going to actually get a brush of a decent size. Right, yeah, there's a size 1, that's more. So that's what I need. As always, I'm using my Winsor Newton Series 7s because they won't go into focus. There we go. Oh, goodness sake. You get the idea. So basically, where there is fur, there will be ink. Where also, as this is an acrylic job, and I'll be painting over things, where I think there may be fur, there shall be ink. Near where there is fur, there shall be ink. Because I can always just paint over it later. So, my warband I've got is so far, I've gone to, there's a very kind of strong color theme running through quite a limited palette of reds, whites, and shadow gray, which is like blue gray. So she will be getting the same treatment because I want it all to look very coherent throughout. Right. So I believe with all her fur done, her face is done. Don't want the ink to pool though, that's a bit liberal. That's not midriff. Got a leg. Got a tail. Right. So there's step 1 done. And leave that to dry, and then we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so that wash is dry. It's a bit tricky to see the effect just yet, but trust me. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this fur. So what I'm going to do with that is I take some skeleton bone and some old bronze flesh, which you still can get, and coat arms called tanned flesh. Now I'm going. I don't need a lot of this, so I'm just going to take a brush of each. Dab of that. About 50-50. Give it a quick mix. Then again, dry brush. Preferably a softer one. You want it to look natural, so you don't want too harsh a brush. So if you just got an older brush, it'll do you perfect. Don't really need to tell you what to do besides dry brush the model. Obviously just a fair bits. I mean, you can dry brush the rest if you want, but you know, you're wasting time, you're gonna paint over it. Not really much to say about this, just have dry brush will travel. Right. So there we go. I want that to be quite a big contrast because I am gonna rewash it in a second. Right. And it is in focus. Hope you can. Oh, didn't like that. Well, you can see that there. Right. So, excuse me, I'll just move the camera so it's that's better. A bit better light there for you. Right. So we're back to our Seraphim Sophia. No, we're not. Tell a lie. What we're going to do is we're going to do her muzzle. And we're going to do her muzzle in Denham Stone. Old Denham Stone. Currently called Rakarth Flesh, I believe, by Citadel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to not want to focus. There we go. Just want this bit. So I'm painting all of the muzzle. I'm trying to leave the mouth gap if I can. Say if I can. Ideally I would, but I might have to go back and touch it up because you know how you get butterfingers when you paint sometimes. Oh. Come on, there we go. And there we go. There's a bit I'm going to have to quickly touch up because I've managed to go in. Man, can't even colour in the lines. No worries. That's sorted in a second. Right. So there we go. It does not want to focus today. Right, there we go. I'm just going to get a little bit of fur brown, if I can find it. There we go, while it's squirting any out. I'm just going to take it straight off the top. Just to neaten that line up. There we go. Now I'm happy. Cool. Right. Now we go to the sepia. And a brush doesn't want to come out. Oh. Right. Right, so just another wash of this to tone everything in and warm up that fur a little bit more. Bring the muzzles in at the same time. Right. So there we go. Not a lot to see just yet, but that's the fur done. So finish off the fleshy bits once that's dry. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay, so there's the muzzle done, and muzzle's all dry. So we're gonna just finish up the details on the face. Now things like the claws, I'm gonna do at the end because obviously I'm painting things in her hands. I'll probably end up having to do them again. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do her nose. Now you can go a lot of ways with noses, but I decided to go for like a cute pink nose because they're quite a light mouse, and it's just cute. So I'm gonna start with some Citadel tan flesh, which you can get in Coat d'Arms, and I think it's called tan flesh. There's Vallejo equivalents. So gonna just top of the nose there, just all around there. I'm gonna leave the nostrils because they're pretty shaded because I got some wash in them at an early stage, so no point trying to do them again. Right, so there we go. And just while that's still wet, for a smooth transition, I'm just gonna get a bit of dwarven flesh by Coat d'Arms. Give it a good shake because it's a new pot. And Just a tiny little dot on the end. There we go. Gives it a nice shiny appearance. So there we go for the nose. Giving a bit of color there. So next thing to do is the eyes, which are dead easy to do on mice, because they're pretty much black. So first step, also, unlike most human models you'll ever have to paint, these are big, because again, mice. It's one of the nice things about the Burrows and Badgers models. They all have, with being they all have these nice big expressive eyes. So one, they're easy to paint, and two, they add so much character to a model. Like you'll see on Kev's toads, his reptiles. He's done a brilliant job doing these reptilian eyes. Right. A tricky one here, but not too bad. Just try and avoid the fan. Right. So just we go. Now there's the base coat the eyes done. Even though it's actually got, because the paint's shining, it's kind of look what it's like when it looks like it will when it's finished. So I'll use a little bit of uniform grey. Now, because it's so little, I'm not gonna bother squirting any onto the palette. I'm just gonna take a little bit off the top here. Now this is just gonna go in the middle of the eye to add a little bit of depth. Not going crazy on it, just add a bit of depth. So and then last dot of white. And there we go. So very nice shiny mouse eyes. Nice cute little pink mouse nose. There we go. Oh, I like them. Her. And next on we'll move on to the clothes. Right. So I will see you next time for more mousy goodness. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If you like what you see, leave a comment below. We'll put links in the description to where you can get your own Rosalee model and the rest of the Burrows and Badgers range. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.